Welcome back to the Sonic Unleashed playthrough. Today we start Eggman Land, basically last story for this particular game.
Oh snap, it's a fucking land of man-eggs!
That sounds really wrong.
But also sexy as hell.
Indeed. Right, I'm just going to talk about Eggman Land for a bit, and then you can, as you always do, compare it to the Wii version and whatnot.
Yeah!
If you actually went on the right rail there, it would take you up through the Ferris wheel and basically past all the dangers in this first area. And Eggman Land, more so than any other level I think, has more alternate routes and basically kind of harkens back to Scrap Brain Zone a bit, because the difficulty level is, oh boy, it's up there in the stratosphere at some points in the level, you know.
The Wii version is actually a lot more linear, like there isn't any like alternate routes to go, like it's still hard as hell and it still has the most challenging platforming in the game, but it's incredibly, like there is just basically a straight line that you go through.
It's most definitely the longest level in the game. I mean, I have to admit, this is the only level I actually had to edit out deaths in. All the others I was able to do, both Werehog and Sonic, in just one life. But this, Jesus Christ, some of the sections of the level are just unforgiving, really.
I could have had that in of course in the Wii version you have to go through the level and then you have to do like little like special modes afterwards, and then in Eggman Land you have to do a time limit version. And the level itself was difficult, but after a few tries I got the hang of it. The time trial really fucked me over.
Yeah, I can imagine so. If you die once, is that the end of the mission?
Pretty much, like if you die, basically, if you die or if you stop to destroy enemies, you fuck up.
Yeah. I think they have those missions in this, but they're like optional, given out by the hot dog vendors.
Nice.
You have no idea what the hot dog vendors do you?
Give out hot dogs for a price?
Well, basically, you do missions and they give you hot dogs, and then you can like eat them to gain experience.
Nice, eating food for experience. Funny that was in real life.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm leaving it till now to mention this, but never mind. I would recommend not fighting enemies if you can help it, because that will speed up the level quite a bit.
Now, is the transitions from normal to Werehog in this level, did that work well for you?
The only time it's a bit jarring is when it's actually loading the new section, because as you can see it comes to a complete stop sometimes.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing about the Wii version is that you get 5 Werehog levels. You get the most Werehog levels, and while most of them are really kind of bland, the second to last one, which I think I mentioned before in Alaska Night, is actually just purely 2D. So that's actually one of the best levels in the entire game.
It does sound quite fun to play, actually.
It's amazing.
I really dislike sections where you have to beat all the enemies to move on. It's just pointless, really.
It's fun, and in terms of like a game like this, when there's like an invisible barrier, I just hate stuff like that, because it makes like I can buy the fact that there is a small hedgehog / werewolf beating up robots.
Yeah.
I can't believe that there's a mystical barrier that won't go down until all the robots have been defeated.
Well, to be pedantic, it's a laser barrier, mate.
Alright, so laser barrier, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, let's just take game logic. Let's just take game logic at face value here. Why would the barrier go down just because all the robots in the vicinity have been destroyed? A.
Oh
well.
Now, would you say for the 360, would you say this is one of your favourite levels, one of the hardest, easiest?
It's most definitely the hardest level in the entire game, yeah.
But where would you rank it? Would you? I could say it's one of your favourite levels to play.
Oh, just in terms of how fun it is and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'd probably say, what, are we going in day or night here?
The whole game.
I'd probably say third, maybe Spagonia Day, then Anabat Day, then this.
Because I loved I loved the day level for this. Again, in terms of the day levels, Eggman Land was up there with Spagonia Day on the Wii for me. I thought it was so much fun to play.
Yeah, you may be wondering why there isn't actually a hub for this particular continent, if you will. When you actually beat the game, you're given the option to come back to the Eggman Land hub itself, and there's like robots that'll talk to you for some strange reason.
Seriously?
Oh yes.
That's pretty sweet.
It's just like Twinkle Park.
It is. Dun 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 dun.
Oh,
dun,
it's so peaceful. Oh Jesus Christ! What the hell? Oh, God, left, right, directions don't make sense anymore.
It's the bobsled from Alaska's back.
Oh God, you thought you saw the last of me, didn't you? Well, you were wrong, dead wrong. Oh, God help you if you have motion sickness on this part.
It's worse than watching Cloverfield.
I never actually watched Cloverfield, to be honest.
Mate, you ain't missing much.
We... That's the console he likes, Badum-tish.
Which actually has a, there's also a bobsled bit in that section, but I always died at it. Bar.
Yeah, bar to you as well, mate.
Bar say I.
This bit is, I believe, a classic example of dickery on Sonic Team's part.
Dickery.
That's right, dickery. Basically, you have to go over very thin pipes with the Werehog, but he doesn't have a shadow, so you can't really gauge where he's landing.
He doesn't have a shadow. That's laziness on Sonic Team's behalf.
Yeah, I would say as soon as the camera starts to move, use the right stick, 360 controller obviously, to maneuver the camera back into a safe position.
And I just thought that on both consoles really, the Werehog didn't have a suitable slow enough walk. It was really bad on the Wii version. 360 was a bit better, and neither was fixed for walking across really thin areas.
I suppose so. Oh, you bastard, man.
They're basically carrying chainsaws.
It's a chainsaw that can become electrified for God knows why.
See, those would be an awesome weapon to have. It'd be awesome if Tails got one of those bad boys.
Why is there a life up there? I'm not going to risk my life trying to get it.
I'm going to risk my life to gain a life. And I'll be back where I started. Yippee!
It's like that pizza from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Nice reference, nice reference.
Indeed. Oh, actually, it's part of a Sonic section that's coming up later. My bad.
Did this, like, would you say, is this... I take it this bit's hard for you, yeah?
Yeah, you can see me taking my time trying to get into an exact position to fall onto the pipe.
But is this like like hard fun, or is it a frustrating hard?
It can be frustrating hard if you don't go slow.
I still can't get that he hasn't got a shadow. That just screams so much laziness in Sonic Team's behalf.
I don't know how many lives we came in with, but trust me, that'll be near zero by the time we finish Eggman Land.
No, if I was playing, yeah.
But it's on the Wii version, which is the crap version. Yeah.
Which version scored higher in the reviews?
Touche. I doff my imaginary cap to you, good sir. Are you quite done, Sir Laughs a Lot?
Yes, I am done, Sir Thomas.
Knight of the Donkey Laugh, that's you.
Knight of the Donkey Punch, more like.
Yeah, moving on. It's this room, and this room alone, is the one reason that I can't get through Eggman Land in one life anymore. It's just dickery. You hear me, Sonic Team? Sure, dickery.
This room is actually the video game equivalent of a fucking wank stain.
Yeah, it's worse than 06, that one room.
Seriously, that room is worse than the Iblis Twigger.
Actually no, I'm being hyperbolistic there, it's nowhere near as bad as 06.
God, Tom, to say something in Unleash is worse than 06, you would have gotten molested by fanboys.
Well, the entire gaming media, including IGN and GameSpot, seems to think that Unleashed is worse than 06. What the fuck?
Yeah, but IGN are a bunch of retards. No, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter.
No, let's just take this at face value here, logic and all that bollocks. Unleashed is worse than 06. To say that you would have to have not played 06, and trust me, I've played 06 a lot.
Yeah, I just don't kind of understand it. Where like even people who are fans of 06 kind of have to acknowledge the fact that the game is not finished. There's no way Sega could have really looked at 06 and thought, yes, this game is actually good enough to sell.
I mean, Unleashed has its fair share of problems, don't get me wrong. Sometimes the Werehog is a bit of a mess to control. There's a lot of frame rate issues as we saw in Adabat and certain sections of this very level. But it's nowhere near as bad as 06. Again, you would have to have not played 06 to say that this is worse than it.
Like in terms of this being, I'd say that this is like 90% finished. To be honest, like again, it is just small things like a few frame rate issues, which with the problems with it. But again, like I also just it is a good game. I don't personally think it was the game to reinvent the franchise, which a lot of people thought it would be. However, like I don't hate it the way people like IGN did. It's like a lot of people just seem to hate it, just like Hell Dragon, just seem to hate it just because of the werehog factor.
And let's be honest, he's only played it for about 5 minutes in the store, so yeah, think about that one for a little bit.
Screw you, Hell Dragon!
Oh snap! Descent within the HellfireComms ranks, what a twist!
I'm coming after you next, Weinstein 888, you bastard!
So you better watch your back, boy.
I'll pop a cap in your ass.
You are white, mate. You are white and probably middle class. I don't know. I haven't bothered to ask yet.
You are white and probably middle class.
Yeah. Don't examine it too much. I don't want to be here all evening.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
This is pretty much half of Eggman Land done. The second half will bring much dickery. Much dickery. See you all next time. Bye bye.